Last time on Offroad Outlaws, we took the Junkyard Squarebody Dually and completely rebuilt it from the ground up, gave it brand new axles, brand new suspension, went entirely through the truck again, and also redid the paint job. We did the vinyl work. We did just about everything that we could do. And then we actually took it back to the junkyard where it came from and crushed some cars. Now, in this video, though, there's gonna be quite the interesting development in the truck fleet, and I think y'all are gonna be really excited about it. And as promised, y'all, we did go through and do a little bit of graphics work to the truck itself. As you can see, it's got the TC Customs on the side still, but it's also got the TC logo on the kind of like half on the front of the bed, half on the dually fender. And then on the tailgate, underneath, it has Junkyard Dually, and then up at the top, we put the Chevrolet logo because a lot of people were asking for that. Now, before we actually trade this truck, though, we are gonna at least run it through the mud one time, but then we're gonna actually go ahead and wash it and clean it up so it's all ready for the new owner. Now, I know that some of y'all may be sad that we are trading this truck pretty quickly after finishing the build, but trust me, the next truck that we're about to pick up that we're trading this thing for is gonna be 100% worth it. I absolutely promise you that. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing off the trailer now, and actually what we're about to do is, in a way, probably the first, like, proper off-road test of this thing that we've done. Now, I want to go back here, although I know I'm kind of about to do it backwards, but I'm kind of curious, actually. Can this thing just crawl up over the backside of this ramp? Because if it can, we're... Oh my god, okay, well, I guess don't worry about doing any courses backwards because you're gonna be completely fine. What? Holy crap. I didn't realize that the Junkyard Dually was gonna be this good. I mean, I knew it was gonna be good, but I had never taken it into, like, any kind of mud like that before, and not only did it just walk through that, it pretty much walked through it with zero issue. Look at that! That was near vertical and it didn't even care. I mean, we went right from deep mud to rock crawling in something that should technically be way too big for this stuff. And it's like, oh, cool, I can do that. Up and over it go. Whoa! Holy steep! Dude, oh my god! The steepness of this is insane. I never knew that this area, Seaside Auto Park, actually had trails like this. And these are like, not just your average everyday trails. These are like nasty. Come on, keep your momentum. I'm trying to not have to use, low, because if I use low, obviously I risk, you know, the temps going up. All right, let's see if we can get to the end of the, holy, there's a massive, like, muddy hill over here. Oh my god, and that's properly deep, too. Oh, look at this. This is a legitimate, like, mud hill climb. Where does it go? I mean, it kind of, well, it goes that way because technically we're going backwards, but we've been going backwards for this long. We might as well keep following it backwards. Yeah, because it keeps going this way. And I would really like to make it clear that I have not touched the NOS at all whatsoever on this entire run. What is this? A freaking, like, cave system? Oh, wow. Dude, I never knew this area had this kind of stuff. I'm also very impressed that this truck fits. The fact that this truck fits in that tunnel system is insanity. All right, and now that we've done a very big chunk of this trail backwards, for one, we're definitely gonna have to come back and do it the correct direction sometime, but for two, we gotta wash this thing off and actually get it ready to be traded for the next truck that we're about to get. Now, the plan is to meet them and actually look over the truck that they're going to trade us in the mall parking lot. So we just got to get on down there, and we're going to unload this truck. We're going to get it all set up and ready to go for them once they get here. And then we just got to wait. Supposedly, they are running a little bit late, which is no big deal. I mean, there's a lot to do around this area. So what we'll do is we'll probably follow up with them just a little bit once we get there and we get this truck unloaded. That way, you know, we're not waiting around too long, but we will let them know that, like, hey, we're here. It's no big deal. Just, like, let me know when you're, like, 15 minutes away or so. All right, so we got the mall parking lot right here. We're going to go ahead and turn in and just find a good place to park. And then from there, we just got to play the waiting game. This is always the odd, you know, not awkward, but just, like, odd little part of, like, doing, like, a car deal or a truck deal is that, like, those internal nerves where you're just like, I really hope that this truck that I semi-agreed to trade for isn't a piece of crap. Can we back up, please? Oh, my God. The weight of that thing is just, it's too much. It's so, ugh. Because, like, every time I try to back up, it just lifts everything off the ground. And it really makes it difficult to make any kind of direct line going backwards. Can we not? Okay, as long as we're out of, like, the main lane of travel, that should be fine. And then now, we just got to go ahead and get that truck off the trailer, and then we should be all good. All right, so detach trailer and hop in the Squarebody Dually. All right, now let's go ahead and back you up off the trailer. Here we go. And then we'll get you parked up next to my other truck. And boom. And I do have to say, though, it's one of those things where until you see, like, this truck, which is lifted quite a bit, parked next to this thing, which has, like, you know, monster suspension, giant axles, and things like that, you know, you really realize how big of a difference it actually is. Now, I am going to be a little sad to see that truck go, but as long as everything goes well, the truck that's on the way should be perfect. It should be, like, not even just perfect, but, like, totally the logical next step for where we're going. And, well, just like that, the deal is basically done. The new truck is on the trailer, and, the red truck is gone, and it is really sad to see that Squarebody go. I'm sure we're gonna have another one, but y'all, look at what, now I will tell you, before you see this truck, the color is not final, the paint job is not final, there's no, you know, decals or, like, liveries on it yet. This is literally how it was traded to us. And I'm going to just let y'all see. Y'all can already probably tell what it is. It is a massive, absolutely enormous K3500 flatbed dually. It's on Mickey Thompson Baja Pro XS tires. It's got kind of this copper/orange paint, and then the suspension is this kind of, you know, it's like this black and red combo on the axles. I don't know if I'm going to keep the black and red combo, nor do I know if I'm going to keep these wheels or not, but I think it was entirely a worthwhile trade, and I'm really excited to see what we can do with this thing. It also has a hood stack, which is freaking sick. I mean, we haven't really had a truck with a hood stack in a while, so after trading the Squarebody for this, I definitely think that not only was it a good move, but I think we could do a ton with this truck. So let's go ahead and get this thing back home, and we'll get it into the shop and just kind of go over everything and see what we can do with it. It's got a couple of issues, but I expected that. Not only do I expect that anytime we trade one truck for another truck, but it's kind of one of those things where a truck that's been modified this heavily will usually have a couple of issues here and there. And that's fine. I kind of went into it understanding that. The Squarebody had a couple of issues too, but we didn't really, you know, we told the person that traded, you know, for that about the issues, but they weren't really anything major. It just had a couple of issues with like the tune, and it needed just a couple of little engine things kind of buttoned up. But they understood that it was a project, and I understood that this was a project, so we were kind of on the same page as far as that goes. But let's go ahead and make a left-hand turn right here real quick. So we'll get this thing home and start tearing into it. Now, let me know what y'all would like to see for the future of this truck. Do y'all want to keep that Baja-style light bar? Do you want to keep the flatbed? Do you think we should revert it back to the factory long bed that it was before it got this flatbed conversion? I like the flatbed. I like it a lot, especially the flatbed with a toolbox combo. What do you think of the paint job on the axles? Do you think we ought to keep the black and red or swap that out for something else? You know, do you think we should keep this copper orange paint job, or do you think that should go as well? Let me know in the comments down below, because this truck really is a blank slate for us to either keep it and modify it or try to trade it up for something else. Now, that's another option too. We could basically just not do much of anything to this truck and trade it for something entirely different. But we're pretty much back at the house. We just got to get everything unloaded. So let's go ahead and get the trailer backed up next to the house. That's kind of the first order of business. All right, let's ease you in. Oh no. Can we not? All right, back it in. Please? Ugh. I don't want to back it into my neighbor's yard. This part of the side yard is my yard, but if I go to where those bushes are, it's my neighbor's yard, and I would rather not tear up my neighbor's grass, because I've done it before, and I really don't want to have to fix it again. All right, so we're good. We've got that thing backed in. Let's detach. Now we got to just drive it around to the front. This is also the first time y'all are seeing this thing drive. Oh, dude, it looks so sick, by the way, with the freaking hood stack. It barely fits back out of here. This is definitely wider than the Squarebody was. Oh my God, this is so wide. All right, we got to back you up to the garage door. And do you even... Oh, is it even going to fit? It barely fits. Look at the clearance. It barely fits into the garage. And these are like commercial shop size doors. These are not like small doors whatsoever. So now let's get into the shop and see what we can mess with on this thing. Now, after doing an oil change and tidying up a couple of other things, one of the first things I want to make sure we do is I want to make sure we throw TC Customs somewhere on this truck. That way it's very clearly ours and it's very clearly part of the shop. So let's go ahead and throw TC Customs right there on the side, and we'll do this in our kind of signature 3D text. Move that back just a tad. I like where it is right now, so we'll go ahead and put that right there, then we'll duplicate it, then we will bring this back up. Uh-oh. That's kind of weird. It doesn't, there we go. It doesn't want to move like exactly the way you want it to all the time, which is very odd, and I don't know why it wants to do that, or why it wants to sort of like act like that, I guess. Is it the same way on this side? Oh, it kind of is. Oh, that's so weird. All right, so we'll go ahead and do that, and then we have to incrementally move this very carefully. There we go. I just wanted to match it like as closely to the other side as I possibly could. And then, of course, we have a few different things that we can do in here, but I think we'll save the actual customization aspects of it for the future. I mean, apart from throwing the TC Customs vinyl on there, I mean, even if we do just like trade this thing soon, I still want to make sure that for the time period that we own it, that it's got the TC Customs logo on it. Now, let me know your thoughts and opinions on where we should go with this new truck in the comments down below. And if y'all enjoyed this episode of Offroad Outlaws, let me know any other thoughts and opinions you may have. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see y'all next time.